Yeah, yeah. One West. UPK, yeah, easy. They in the fourth dimension from. Can't to study me, you see me? Just go and be a thing. Me keep my circle kinda small as my should. We firm like the China wild dog, my good. Me learn the game of Minecraft, them say dog, oh nobody can see you, no knock off from with you. You see me when you see me, you see me. Right I know we know the panic gimmicks me a coffee for me, can nobody not give we no stimmy. Yo, sky the limit dog, if you not like we, then go suck your mother. Me no give a fuck neither, one way sit out with team, yeah, what them me rather. Trying to mess with my brother, you no like we, then I suck your mother. We no give a fuck neither, one way sit on me team, yeah, what them me rather. Trying to mess with the brothers, hey. Inna the game of life, just try no say life and no game. Me get gain from the pain, and that's why you see me a stain at the flame, hey. Oh, you mean if me change this, I know the youth we used to play in the lane, at the big man list with the name and the fame. I look it in the no stain for we name, hey. The pussy them stay for we name this a U.P.K. We have the place away. We stay from the beta male man up to stay in them lane because some of them are gay dog. Like a killer charge, me say just the way we train. And any boy this no cause me blame. If you no like we, then go suck your mother. Me no give a fuck neither. One day sit on me team, yeah, what them me rather. Try not trouble my brother. You no like we, then I suck your mother. We no give a fuck neither. One we sit on with team, you what them rather. Trying to mess with the brothers, hey. Me keep my circle kinda small as my should. We firm like the China wild dog, my good. Me learn the game of Minecraft, them say dog, oh nobody can see. You know not all from where they. You see me when you see me, you see me. Right now we not depend the gimmicks we are. Unfulfilled, we can't nobody knock you, we no stimmy. Yo, higher the limits, dog. If you no like we, then go suck your mother. We no give a fuck neither. One day sit out with him, yeah, what that we rather. Trying not trouble my brother. You no like we, then I suck your mother. We no give a fuck neither. One day sit at the team, yeah, what them rather. Trying to mess with the brothers. You know it. Yeah, you see it. Equilibrium. Tribe vibes. You know.
Alright, clap it up. Welcome again to another I.S.U.P.K Wednesday night law class. My name is Priest, an officer 500, tired one, Banyamian from I.S.U.P.K Jamaica. I.S.U.P.K started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I.S.U.P.K is run by Commanding General YAHANNA, the one man with the rank and the authority, you understand, to be in charge of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who are the children of Israel. You understand? If you never knew, then the black people were brought over here in chains. You understand? The people that was sold by the Africans, who are not the same as us, then are of the 12 last tribes of Israel written off in the Bible. You understand? So are the Hispanics. You understand? The same people them with Donald Trump are pushed out of them own land today. You understand? And the Native Indians who are confined to reservations over there because of this oppressor. Then these are the 12 tribes of Israel: blacks, Hispanics, and native Indians. You understand? Forget about where you grew up and learn about who the real Jews are, thinking that those people over there in Palestine right now are God's chosen people. Well, guess what? Look at the atrocities that they are committing right now. You understand? That is not God's chosen people. As a matter of fact, those are the people who stole the identity of God's chosen people and put God's chosen people in slavery. That is what they are. You understand? These are the people who finance the slave trade. They knowing that they are enslaving the real Israelites. You understand? Strip us of our culture, of our identity, of our language, everything about us. You understand? And now we call ourselves Jamaicans today. We call ourselves Cubans. We call ourselves Bajans. We call ourselves Trinidadians. Then Mexicans. When the people who are God's chosen people, you know what I mean, are the ones that are under this oppressor today. See? All right. So we're going to talk about the World War III, you know what I mean, escalation that has taken place, you know what I mean, couple days ago. If you know the I.S.U.P.K, you know what I mean, you have known that from the inception we have been telling you that World War III is prophesied in the Bible. Zane, you know what I mean? As a matter of fact, this is one of the core teaching that we teach. Zane, look out for World War III because this is the conclusion of the matter. This is the end of our oppressor's kingdom. We reiterate it and we reiterate it. You know what I mean? We never leave this out of our doctrine. You know what I mean? From 1969, before I was even born, you know what I mean? The founders of the I.S.U.P.K, you know what I mean? The seven heads and even Abba Bibbins himself, where this truth started, always said that World War III is in the Bible and then pull scripture to prove it. You understand? And to this day, Commanding General YAHANNA still reiterate it. And whenever events like this take place, we always call our people back to the remembrance that, look, World War III is inevitable. You understand? This is the will of God. Don't make a Christian pastor tell you, say, well, the Jews who are the ones that claim in the land of Israel today, see, that them have anything at all to do with, you know what I mean, Christ coming back. Don't make them fool you. See, those are not God's chosen people. As a matter of fact, God is unleashing World War III upon them with the atrocities that they have done to us and keep on doing to us to this day. I mean, let me explain something to you. When you're talking about the Jewish man, you know, this is the fake Jew. See, the man that live in Palestine, you know what I mean, oppressing the Palestinian. And by the way, the Palestinians don't have no right to that land neither. See, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that's our land. You know what I mean? And not just that land, the entire Middle East. See? Now this Jewish man is the same Jewish man that owns the banks. See? Him own the music industry, exploiting the children of Israel, the real Jews. Let me not say the music industry, let me say the entertainment industry, because it's not confined just to music. You understand? The same Jewish man who is going to be obliterated in short order is the one that oppress God's chosen people with him entertainment industry, in control the music, in dictate what the agenda that is pushed, the culture that is pushed within our music, whether it be in Jamaica, whether it be in Trinidad, whether it be in, you know what I mean, the rap music in America. He dictates what agenda is pushing our music. Is the reason why conscious music don't go nowhere and the negative music always, you know what I mean, flourish throughout our people. The immoral culture is the one. Him ensure that why? Why is it important that immorality is pushed within our culture? Why is that important? Because it's our job to ensure that we live morally. We are God's chosen people. We are the children of Israel. We got the laws of the Most High. our foreparents got these laws that are written in the Bible directly from God. You know, people always say, well, if God real, oh, nobody never seen it. We can't see God. Our foreparents have recorded history with an encounter with this God that everybody are talking about. But we are the only one. Nobody else don't have that. You understand? And the reason why this world in this dilemma that nobody knows see God, where God there, why is there so much wickedness on the earth, is because we, God's people, are under subjugation by these other nations. You understand? We don't know our God because our culture was stripped. No, the world don't know God. You understand? But the world are going to know God in short order. See, this Jewish man, him exploit with talent and with gifts given to us by the Most High and make himself rich. From the time of slavery, even before that, you know. See, but from the time of slavery, this man have been, you know what I mean, exploiting our gifts to make himself rich. You know what I mean? In times of slavery, he was the one that owned the insurance companies that insured slaves. He financed the slave trade. You understand? You heard about, you know, people like to talk about the Illuminati and all of them things, right? Well, you know what I mean? If you want to go there and talk about the Rothschild and them people, this is the Jewish man. See? And rest assured that his wealth come from the exploitation of us. You know what I mean? We are the ones predominantly in the entertainment industry, whether it be, you know what I mean, sports, music, you know what I mean, acting, anything you can think of. This Jewish man controls it, and we are the fuel that fuel it. And not just even that. You talk about even, you know what I mean, society upon a whole. We are the fuel that runs this evil kingdom. You understand? But we gain none of the spoils. And this Jewish man who is at the top of the so-called pyramid, he's the one that exploits and benefit from it the most. You understand? Well, guess what? World War III is coming to his foot. You understand? World War III is right at him doorstep. You know what I mean? He miscalculate. You know what I mean? Maybe if he was listening to the I.S.U.P.K and a commanding general, then he would have known, say, you know what I mean? Him should mess with Iran. But because of the pride of this oppressor, him do something and now there's no turning back. I mean, it was all good, you know, when he did that blast the hell out of the Palestinians, you know. See? But now him take it a step further and him go put him foot in the pot, in the frying pan. You know what I mean? There's no turning back now. See? All right, with that, with everybody watching on TikTok, remember to like, share, you know what I mean? Follow the page, you know what I mean? Some people who can also jump over to YouTube and Facebook, you know what I mean? Just bring up the views them over there as well, you know what I mean? And tag everybody, tag a Christian pastor, tag everybody in this class, you understand? So lucky, my voice kind of choppy tonight, just bear with me, all right? All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to play a couple of the footage them, you know what I mean? We know everybody and them mother have been seen, you know what I mean? All of these happenings that have been taking place throughout the past week. See? Seeing the skies of Tel Aviv lit up as if the stars are falling from the sky. You know what I mean? And our people, because of the lack of education from the Christian church, our people, for the most part, me know I got confused, like what is really happening. See? And again, the lack of education from the Christian church are gonna make you feel like the Iranians, them are bomb God chosen people. That's the first thing I gonna come to the mind of a Christian mind. You know? And then I gonna go back to prophecy too, because the way them teach it in the Christian church is anytime you see war start take place in the God's holy land with the God's chosen people, then you know say, boy, you know what I mean, Jesus will come. See? Anybody in here in the chat, go to a Christian church, just type in the chat, the way your Christian pastor break down all of these happenings. Slack. Because the Christian church today might have you praying for Israel. See? Them probably have your prayer, say, pray for Israel, because this is, you know what I mean, a sign that Jesus is coming and this is God's chosen people. Is that what your Christian pastor teacher? Just type in the chat for me, please. If this is what your Christian pastor teacher, that these are God's chosen people and this is a sign that Jesus is coming. And pray for peace. Is that what a Christian pastor teach you? To pray for peace? Let me know. Just type it in the chat. Somebody says sad. Dan Shakam says sad. All right, Dan, why you say this is sad? Dan Shakam, Shalom says, why you say it is sad? Just tell me why you say this is sad. In the meanwhile, I'll pull up the video. You know what I mean? Why you say it's sad, Dan? Why is this sad? One second. And tonight, I'd like if everybody does interact with the class, you know what I mean? Ask some questions, make no statements, you know what I mean? Okay. So Dan said the church have no God in it. You're absolutely right, Dan. You know what I mean? You have to give you a clap. Dan, you're absolutely right. And not just now, you know, but from the inception. You see that institution created, you know what I mean, by the oppressor called the Christian church. God was never in it. God was never in that place. Let me repeat. God was never in the Christian church. You understand? Remember what I said earlier, that the fake Jews who are the ones being bombed the piss out of right now in Palestine, they are the ones that finance the slave trade. See? They are the ones responsible, or one of them responsible for our slavery. Knowing who we were, knowing that we were the real children of Israel. You know what I mean? Let me sidebar a bit for those who want to say, you know what I mean, put on the Bible and all of them things. Well, you see them happenings that will take place right now, I'm going to make you run to the Bible very, very soon. Because your Rastafari community, your pro-black community, or your black conscious community have no answers to them something here. You see, when it comes to them telling about the Anunnaki and Haile Selassie and all them things, it's all good and well. Love Africa this, love Africa that. But you see, when it comes around to things like this, with World War III, only we in the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general have the answer and the explanation. And the direction that you should go in this time. Your Christian pastor do not have any answers for them something here. Only the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general and the home of the truth. See? So remember, I tell you, the Jewish man was responsible for slavery. See? Also, in modern day today, he control our entertainment industry and he push immorality in the entertainment industry, because I notice how immorality is just being pushed on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because we are God's people. And the only way them can continuously keep us in bondage is if them keep us immoral. You understand? Keep us disobeying our God so them can rule. See? Now, with that said, Christianity was another plot, giving us this institution for us to think that this is where you find morality, right? When it's the place where you go to learn to break God's laws. And that is the definition of sin and immorality. So we have a culture, the culture that is being pushed, using our talent almost like reverse psychology. See? And then you have the Christian church for those who, you know what I mean, think, say, boy, we don't want to follow the immorality, you know. Let me go to the Christian church. But that is where immorality dwells. So them have two major things that them use. The entertainment industry and the Christian church. You understand? And in that same Christian church, see, they're going to teach you that them same people here is God's chosen people. You understand? When the Jewish man don't even believe in a Jesus. As a matter of fact, what they believe in is Christ is the son of a bastard and Mary was a whore. It's disrespectful. Them disrespect Christ in the most way. You understand? So if your pastor teach you that this is God's chosen people, your pastor is severely misinformed. And you should leave out of that Christian church. As a matter of fact, I don't know why I'm still in there. You understand? We're going to play that tape here. Zane?
ما هذا الصوت يا أبي؟
إنه صوت الحرب يا ولد.
All right, so what we are playing over here says basically what you see from the screenshot, you know what I mean, over on TikTok. The stars falling, you know what I mean? Well, let me say, stars falling from the sky. For lack of a way to put it, a better way to put it. See? All of this prophesied in the Bible. What we are witnessing now is World War III escalating. And to what the sister, you know what I mean, to when the question when me ask the sister Dan in the chat, let me give you the answer. See, I ask Dan, is this a good thing or a bad thing? And this is a good thing. You see, if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, this is a wonderful thing. This is your freedom coming. See? This is not. You should be worried, you know, if you're doing in the school, if you're doing in the I.S.U.P.K under command in General YAHANNA. You should be worried. See? But if you're in the truth or, let me say, get inside these classes, see? You're so okay, it is not even funny. See? You know who should be worried with the happenings taking place right now? The oppressor. And he is worried. He is worried. See? You know who should be worried? The other nations. But you Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, this has nothing at all to do with you. You know what I mean? This has nothing at all to do with you. This war is not your war. You know what I mean? This is not your fight. You should not be enlisting to join. As a matter of fact, every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian should be getting ready to come out of the, whether it be Jamaican military, whether it be, you know what I mean, the US military, every military that black people and Hispanics in today, we should be getting ready to come out right now or get ready for fight World War III. Get ready for fight World War III then. Because this is World War III. And from Ukraine was invaded by Russia. For anybody who have been watching our classes, whether it be, you know what I mean, our classes in the United States are the ones here in Jamaica. From that happen, we are telling you, say, this is World War III. From that happen, we have been telling you that World War III have begun. This is World War III. But World War III is not a bad thing. For God's people, it is a good thing because this is the end of our oppressor's kingdom. You understand? This is the end of the oppressor's kingdom. We're going to jump to some scripture. See? In the meanwhile, everybody just remember to like, share, subscribe. You know what I mean? All right, we're going to jump to the Apocrypha first. You see? We're going to jump to 2nd Esdras, chapter 15. And we're going to start at verse, let's start at verse 8. See? So, 2nd Esdras is in the Apocrypha. You know what I mean? The Apocrypha is 14 books that the Roman Catholic Church, you know what I mean, the institution created by the oppressor, the mother of Christianity, that is where Christianity started. These books were taken out of the Bible. The Bible had 80 books, and the Roman Catholic Church decided that, you know what I mean, that 14 books should be taken out of the Bible. You understand? And 2nd Esdras is a part of the Apocrypha that was taken out. See? Your Christian pastor do not read the Apocrypha because the Roman Catholic Church dictates what your pastor reads. You know what I mean? Your pastor, it basically regurgitate the doctrine of the Roman Catholic Church. But this is the missing piece of the puzzle. You know what I mean? We're going to read 2nd Esdras 15 and verse 8, and it said, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. You understand? This is God speaking now, you know. Him not hold him tongue no more. You know what I mean? Because guess what? How long have you been saying, how long me hear say God a go come? And I'll know me can't see. From me little, me can't hear, me I hear say God a go come, and I'll know him can't come. Well, God said, him a go hold him tongue no more. You know what I mean? All of the wickedness that have been taking place on this earth, time for it stop. See, let's continue. Verse 9. And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them. Right, talking about the innocent blood. Who is the innocent? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We all know what Christopher Columbus and, you know what I mean, all those conquistadors did when they came over here and saw this, the Northern Kingdom. Our Hispanic brothers. We know the genocide that took place. You know what I mean? And in those times, there was nobody to say, pray for our Hispanic brothers. And during our slavery, there was nobody here to say, pray for black people. As a matter of fact, blacks and Hispanics go through atrocity even today. And you have never heard the Palestinians saying, all right, let's take the Palestinians out of it. Because you might say, well, the Palestinians are going through their own tragedy. All right, they might go through for them a good thing right now. We go through 400 years of tragedy. See? You might say, we never hear nobody ever say pray for blacks and Hispanics. Right now, you have Donald Trump run the Hispanics out of them own land, calling them illegal immigrants. And you don't hear a soul say pray for Mexico, except the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general, because nobody values God's people. When the Africans them sold us into slavery because we did not belong in that land, because we were refugees in that land, them shove us out. See them like how Donald Trump shove out the Hispanics today. The Africans them shove we out. See? And sold we to the oppressor. And to this day, you never hear the Africans them say, pray for black. As a matter of fact, it is always black people praying for some African over there or some African country over there. Just the other day, you did have this uprising taking place in Burkina Faso. First thing you hear from, especially Jamaican black people, the Benjamins. See? Pray for Ibrahim Toure. But we never hear Burkina Faso or pray for the black people in America yet. Or even pray for the Haitians. Haiti have been going through it for the longest right now. Have you ever heard an African country come out and say, pray for Haiti? It seems like we love pray for people, and we not pray for ourselves. We are praying for everybody, and nobody cares about us. And it's because, you know what I mean, like what the Bible says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because you don't know who you are, you're out praying for everybody. Guess what? Nobody gives a damn about you. Only the Almighty alone. See? Only God himself care about you. Everybody's complicity, the captivity of your slavery. Everyone, every nation, you have 18 nations on the face of this earth. 18 nations, I mean not a country, you know. Not a bloodline. 18. And we are one out of the 18. You see the rest of 17, none of them don't like you. None of them don't like you. All of them complicit in your slavery, from the Chinese to the East Indian to the African. See? But the most I say, him not go hold him tongue no more. Verse 9, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them. The most I will give us our justice. You see, right now, the Palestinians, them get a little justice right now, you know. Because the world was praying for the Palestinians then. Oh, we can't believe this, such atrocity. This is genocide. The fake Jews, them annihilate the Palestinians then. You understand? And to be honest, seeing some of the image them, it's heart-wrenching. But always remember, you see what the Palestinians went through or is going through today. Black people go through it 10 times over in time past, and it's continuing. Hispanics went through that 10 times over, and it's continuing. And nobody give a damn. Nobody, even to this day, nobody no say, pray for the Hispanics them on the border. Pray for black people in Haiti. Nobody give up a damn about us except God. And that is why World War III is now reaching, you know what I mean, a threshold. And our people should pray that World War III escalate and that them start drop nuclear bombs on each other. That is our prayer. What is your prayer in the Christian church? World peace? How can you pray for world peace when God bring war upon the earth? God bring war upon the earth, and you're a Christian pastor, defy God. And I try to pray for peace. I pray for your people who God said is the synagogue of Satan and not the real Jews. How can you be praying for peace when God want war? Well, guess what? God want war, you know. So take it or leave it. You can't change it. God want war upon this earth, and this war is part of our salvation. Let me continue reading. Verse 9, and therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them. and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. The Most High will receive the innocent blood. You know, like when Cain did kill Abel, and the Most High say, your brother blood cries to me from out of the ground. Well, Cain is killing Abel today, and the innocent blood cry to the Most High. And the Most High said, him are going to receive the innocent blood from amongst us. You understand? Let me continue reading verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. That has been our life over here in this captivity. Because of our black leaders and Hispanic leaders who sell us to this oppressor, who sell us to the highest bidder, like a flock to the slaughter, we have been led. We have been led to the slaughterhouse, and we have been slaughtered from the time we came over here. And it hasn't stopped. Who are going to stop it? Who are going to stop this? Because right now, everybody are praying for the Palestinians. Everybody are praying for Burkina Faso. Who are praying for the Hispanics? Who are praying for black people? Nobody now pray for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Well, God, him have a solution to all of this. Him is our saving grace. You understand? And if it wasn't for God, our people would have, even ourselves, would have forgotten about our plight. Even we wouldn't remember our suffering. You want me to prove it? Just look inside of your mind right now. Not even you don't care about the plight of black people. You long forgot about slavery. Every time we bring up slavery, you say that in the past. Now that you say, every time we bring up what the Hispanics went through, and the Hispanics on the border, right now you have all Jamaicans that talk about the Hispanic them should be illegal in the country. Meanwhile, you have so much illegal Jamaica in the United States. Nobody cares about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Not even blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's why it is necessary for God to bring war upon this earth. You understand? War is necessary. You pray for peace. This is how you get peace. Through war. You understand? Let me continue reading. Verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. This is not talking about ancient Egypt anymore. Because during this time, during the time of Esdras, Egypt had land been destroyed. And guess who destroyed Egypt? Why is Egypt a desert land? Why is all those pyramids covered in sand? You think where the pyramids were desert? They are desert? No. That was lavish green land in time past. Guess what happened to Egypt? The Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that this world thinks don't exist. The God of the Bible, the God of our foreparents, the God of Israel, the real Israelites God, destroyed Egypt. Egypt was like America back then. God destroyed Egypt. That same Egypt that your Rastafari community and your black people them who love black this, black that, want to tell you, say, oh, Egypt was so great. Guess what? You can't run back to Egypt because our God destroyed it. So you have to run back to Egypt when the Most High freed you out of Egypt. Well, guess what? You have an Egypt today that is going to get destroyed. You understand? And that Egypt is America. Look on the back of the American dollar. Can anybody in the chat tell me where them sit on the back of the American dollar? Does anybody know what is on the American dollar? And I think the American $20 too. What is on the back of the American dollar? The time see it, I go give it to you. A pyramid. And I think it's on. See somebody say it there. King said pyramid. What does America have to do with pyramid? There's no pyramid in America. There's none except the pyramids that them come find, you know what I mean, in Mexico. You know what I mean? Which you can say Mexico is not even part of America. And why were there pyramids in Mexico? Why were the Mexican, the Hispanics, and right throughout South and Central America? Why were there pyramids? And why is there no pyramid in America, in North America, but yet still them have a pyramid like the one in Giza on the back of them US dollar? Because just like Egypt, America enslaved God's people. And the founders of America knew this, and they had a plan, and their plan was just like the plans that the Egyptians had. And then carry out the same plan that the Egyptians did, and then put it right in your face. And now our people, because of conspiracy theories, think the pyramid represent Illuminati and this. No, it is a spit in your face. It's not no Illuminati. It is a spit in black Hispanics and Native Indians' face. That this is your captivity, this is your slavery. Get used to it. That is what the pyramid on the back of the dollar represent. And the eagle holding the 13 arrows. You know what that represent? The 12 tribes and the tribe of Levi, which is the priest. They are telling you that them have the 12 tribes of Israel and the priesthood in them grasp. The eagle and the dollar have the 12 arrows in its claw to indicate that, yes, we have the 12 tribes of Israel. The 13 arrows, I mean, the extra arrow represent our Levite brothers, that are the Haitians. They are telling you that we have the 12 tribes of Israel completely in subjugation, just like Egypt. And who used to use the eagle as them symbol as well? Egypt. That place that your black conscious leaders want you to love, when that was just the place of your captivity. Egypt. Well, this Egypt, this is what the most I say about modern day Egypt. Let me read. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. So the most I say, him now hold him tongue no longer. Him going to receive the innocent blood. See? And him now going to suffer him people no longer to dwell in Egypt. This is your freedom coming. A part of it. This is the beginning of your freedom. You understand? Let me continue reading. Verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. What that mean? What it mean that I will bring them with a mighty hand? It means that he's going to use strength. He's going to use force. He's going to take us out by force. The same way how he took us out of ancient Egypt with force. He's going to take us out of modern day Egypt with force, with a mighty hand. Then, let me continue reading. And smite Egypt with plagues. No. When the COVID-19 dropped, then everybody and their mother talk about America make it in our lab and this and that. Only the I.S.U.P.K alone and anybody who have been with us for the past couple of years know this to be true. We were the only ones telling you that this was a plague from God to bring down the evil empire. Your Christian pastor wasn't saying that. Your Rastafari weed head wasn't saying that. It was only Commanding General YAHANNA and the I.S.U.P.K alone saying that this is a plague from God. This is a plague. And so many other plagues come through, bird flu, everybody, kill off the chicken them, to the point where egg price rise in America. But nobody said it's a plague. Well, we in the I.S.U.P.K and the command in general, YAHANNA, we know a plague. We know a plague. Even at one point in recent time, couple of years ago, there was frogs everywhere in Clarendon and Trout. Nobody no consider that to be plague. The sun was so friggin' hot in the sky, nobody say it was a plague. All of this was overlooked by everybody except the I.S.U.P.K and the command in general. Telling you that the Most High is bringing plagues to this place because we are in the time of the end. You understand? And when Russia invaded Ukraine, what did we say? This was World War III. Let me continue reading. See? And smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. The Most High is going to destroy America and the fake Jews over there in Palestine, in our homeland. See? The Most High is going to destroy all these heathens. Everybody who had a hand to play in our captivity, they will be destroyed. You understand? Because if it wasn't for the Most High, nobody would care about our justice, not even us. You understand? Not even we ourselves. See? Let me continue reading. Verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with plague, punishment that God shall bring upon it. Let me read it better. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. America is about to fall, people. See? And this where Israel have gotten themselves into, the fake Jews. See? There is no turning back. Remember when the COVID-19 come and it rearranged the face of this earth? Well, this war is going to rearrange your reality. You understand? But what have your Christian pastor been telling you? To throw, you know what I mean, to sow a seed? Is that what your Christian pastor have been telling you, to sow a seed? To believe in Jesus? Well, guess what? You see, right after this, you have a black man named YAHANNA, who the world call Jesus Christ, who the world knows not. Them think them know, but them don't know him. He might come shed blood after World War III to wait for do. Then the coming of Christ. And he's not going to be the Christ we most of us expect. When I expect that blonde-ear, blue-eyed devil to come back to give hugs and kisses. When a black man ever come to take revenge on all the people them who oppress in people. That's in the Bible. That's what the Bible says. Where your Christian pastor have been teaching is a misinterpretation of the Bible and the lie passed down from the oppressor. See? A black man ever come with 200 angels in some things that you think alien traveling at, but it wasn't aliens. Those UFOs are not aliens. The white man want you to think it's aliens, and the white man think it's aliens. There's no such thing as aliens. No such thing. But those UFOs, just like in the movies that the white man like to show you in the movies how the earth is being invaded. Eh? He love to show you the end. You know what I mean? He like to show you the World War III movie them, and him like show you the UFO invading the earth movie them. Well, guess what? That is the end of film world. And those UFOs, they are not aliens. The man at the yard will come back. This earth belongs to somebody, and it's not the white man. It belongs to your king, the YAHANNA. See? And he must forward back to take over everything, and then we will rule this earth. You don't believe it? Fine. Make everything that we have been saying for years take time play out. Just make everything go and play out. You don't believe it? All right. Take it easy. Stay over there in your comfort zone and see what happens. See? We thank the Most High. Me personally thank the Most High. Because when me see this truth first, none of this never had one. The only thing me hear is black people and Hispanics are the real children of Israel. And that catch me. I say, what? And me as a man who read the Bible, me I say, it makes sense. Can I read the Bible? None of this never ever take place. No World War III, Russia and America did good. See? No plagues. You understand? Obama was it Obama? Obama was the president. So at that time, you know what I mean? You can't tell most black people nothing about racism. And the white man is the devil and this and that. But me thank the Most I say, me never see it like how most black people see it. I'ma find this truth, find me. I'ma thank the Most High that me keep a hold on to it until me eventually come in the truth. But our people, for the most part, we don't need a sign. But guess what the Most High said? There will be no sign given to this wicked generation except the sign of Jonah. Because 12 Slakia, 3 days Slakia, Jonah was in the belly of the fish. You know what that means? Jonah came and prophesied to Nineveh after the Most High swallowed him up by a fish because he never want to go. And when he went to Nineveh and prophesied to Nineveh, them changed. That is the sign we have to get. This is the sign blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian are going to get. We prophesying to you for change. Stop smoking weed. Stop sleeping with 304s. Stop sleeping with 304s. Stop being LGBT. See? Stop being whoremongers. Stop being unalivers. Come into this truth. Serve the Most High. Keep Him law, statutes, and commandments. Stop celebrating Christmas. Stop celebrating these holy and these holidays that the oppressor gave you, which is the worship of another God. Come out of the Christian church. Come out of the Rastafari community. Come out of these religions. Come back to your true nationality as God's chosen people, as the children of Israel. Whether you believe or not, that is who you are by blood. You can't run from it. You can only run into danger. You can either come under you know what I mean? You can either come into the Most High sanctuary or flee to this where I come. And this is inevitable. This have to happen. You know why it have to happen? Not because you see it on TikTok. This have to happen because the Bible prophesied say it will happen. This was not happening in 1969 when the I.S.U.P.K said Iran and Israel are going to go to war. And that nuclear war are come. This was not happening. That me now do. Let me continue reading. See? Verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. Verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with the fearful constellation. What it mean by blasting? It's talking about extreme heat. We don't feel the heat yet. Summer just start. How was summer last year? You don't feel the heat. You don't see the earth I get warmer. You don't say global warming. Global warming. Is that what them call it? the most I call it blasting. See? And this is going to cause famine. You understand? And not to mention the heat that comes with war. And guess what? The earth are going to naturally heat up too. Because you have so many bombs being dropped all over the earth. So much bombs being dropped throughout Ukraine. When the India and Pakistan them flare up and come back down, they will flare up again. Mark my words. Because them in it too. Then you have Iran, Israel, you have Lebanon, we in the Bible too. All of them in the Bible, you know. All of them. Everybody where you see a flare up, you know, China, Moab, them in the Bible too. All of them are going to war. And everything are going to gather down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. That is the Middle East. The valley of decision. That is where the decision will be made. The Most High will plead with them, people. And when the Most High say, I'm going to plead with them, don't mean I'm going to beg you. You understand? The same land where God's people was, you know what I mean, live at one time is the same land that are going to be ground zero. And then the Most High will get all the Edens out of the land. And then we will go back home. You know what them say? This is what the Christian pastors like to say. Them like to say, when Israel enter back the homeland, there will be peace. Well, and that in the Bible too. I will tell you straight. It in the Bible where it said, when the Israelites them enter back the land, peace. Well, it seems like the Israelites are not in the land because ever since those fake Jews entered that land, there's been nothing but war in that land. It means that somebody is not the real Israelites. Let me continue reading. See in verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. What does woe mean? Woe means destruction. See? And you're going to see this woe many places in the Bible. A few places in the Bible. And whenever you see this war, it's talking about World War III or world wars. You understand? Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. There will be no escape. There will be no place that you can go and escape. In short order. See? Give me a second. In short order. Short order. Our people are going to seek out. You know what I mean? Where the Bible said. Because when them things start happening, people are going to want answers. You're going to go to your Christian pastor and he's not going to know what to tell you. You're going to go to the Rastafari weed head and he's not going to know what him about iota in mind. Them probably go crazy in times like these because guess what? They're not going to know what to do. They're going to turn idiot. You're going to go to your Muslim imam. You're going to go to all your religious leaders, your political leaders, and nobody are going to have an answer to give you. And there's only going to be one little small place where you can go. One little place. A place where somehow probably, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, in that time. Many people are forced them to go ear boy. And everybody are going to run to the I.S.U.P.K and a commanding general, YAHANNA, because guess what? We have been saying it and we have been saying it boldly. We are the only ones with the answers in this time. You understand? Only ones. Now we are going to see who your true government is. Who are your real blacks and Hispanic leaders. It will come back to your remembrance who you really is. It will come back to mind. You understand? Let me continue reading. See? Verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draw nigh. What do you mean by draw nigh? The sword today is what? Gun. Guns, weapons, weapons of mass destruction. See? It's drawing near, nearer and nearer and nearer. And the most I saw poetic in that, him wait till you have an app like TikTok and the internet is so widespread before him do this. I want everybody to see. Who know the video with the Lebanese saxophone man playing saxophone as the missile them fly down upon Israel? That was so poetic, wasn't it? It's almost like it's something out of a movie. He playing saxophone and the music he play was so beautiful. So beautiful. It's almost like something out of a movie, almost like the Titanic when it does sink and them play the violin. Who remember the Titanic? Guess what? We are now on the Most High stage. This is the Most High stage now. This is the Most High performing. And the whole world, the entire earth, the planet, have to be a witness. You understand? The Most High wait till everybody have a smartphone in them hand. Everybody have access to everything while going across the face of the world so that you can see everything we are going. You know why you have to miss a beat. So stay tuned. Let me continue reading. For their slacker, for the sword and their destruction draw nigh or draw near. See? And one people shall stand up and fight against another. Your Christian pastor never talk about that. This is war, you know. We a Christian pastor are teaching in a church. This say one people are going to stand up to fight against another. War. See? And swords in their hands. What is that swords? I know in time past, you know what I mean, you might have thought it was literal blades or swords, a machete. No. This is talking about guns in them hands. See? Let me continue reading. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. Let me repeat. For there shall be sedition among men. Let's look up the word sedition. Let's look up the word sedition. Sedition is the act of inciting rebellion or resistance against a government, often through speech or other actions that promote discontent or unrest. You're seeing a lot of that taking place right now. Everywhere you see that going on right now. Sedition among men. Uprising. Protests. You understand? That's sedition. See? Let's continue. And invading one another. What you see go on? What happened with you? Russia invade Ukraine. Israel invade Gaza. You're going to see much more invasions. America will be invaded. And we're not talking by illegal aliens. We're talking by America's enemies. You see that border with them like for secure, and them talk about the Hispanic them, you know what I mean, across the border. The Hispanic are the least of them problem. The Hispanic are the least of them problem. All right, I don't know if the audio come through over Facebook and thing. I don't hear nobody complain. So, you know what I mean? Let's hope everything to work. See? The Hispanics are the least of America problem. The Chinese, they are already in America. The Russians, they are already in America. The Iranians, America's enemies are already in America. They're already there. America is going to fall, and it's going to be a glorious sight. It's going to be wonderful. See, let me continue reading. Invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. Not even the leadership will stand. People are going to topple them own governments. See, let me continue reading. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You understand? Let me continue reading. Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Who remember what took place in the time of COVID? Who remember? Curfew. Checkpoints. And not just COVID. In times of war, you're going to have restrictions. You're going to have lockdowns. All of that are forward. See, let me continue reading. Verse 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid because of them gay pride. And not just them gay pride, just the pride of this oppressor. The city shall not stand, shall be troubled. You understand? Somebody say, fuck Israel. They am right. You know what I mean? And when we say fuck Israel, we are talking fake Jews. Because we are the real Israelites. You know what I mean? Kwam Yasharala, which means rise Israel. So as these fake Jews fall, the real Israelite shall rise. You understand? See, let me continue. The houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. Just like now. Everybody and their mother are afraid. Iran make a tweet just the day before yesterday. Say everybody are going to feel it. And even Jamaicans are respond to it. I say, what do you mean everybody? Me too? Well, it depends. It depends. It depends how Jamaica get involved. It depends if you are in the truth or not. Everybody are going to feel it. Everybody are going to feel it. And not just from Iran. From everybody. Because when war break out worldwide, guess what happened? The world economy is no more. The world as you know it, no more. Everybody are going to feel this. You understand? Let me continue reading. Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with swords and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Economic collapse that will cause chaos. You understand? It's a forward. World War III don't necessarily mean, you know what I mean, a nuclear bomb will drop on your foot. Maybe not your foot, but guess what? What kind of bomb will drop on your foot? Economic collapse. Poverty. Famine. The world got troubled. See? Let me continue reading. Somebody say, y'all lost. All right. But we see who lost. We're going to see who lost. Let's continue. See? Verse 20. Behold, said God, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me. What that mean? Let me continue reading. Which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, From the east, Lebanos or Lebanon. Who remember who Israel did a bomb a couple months ago? Lebanon is Lebanos. This was written in the Greek. You understand? And the Greek pronounce it Lebanos. Whenever you hear them language, the Greek. This was when we were this was more likely written when we were in Greek captivity. During the time of the Maccabees or there around that time. I know when you hear about Maccabee Bible and all them things, there's no such thing. There's 2 books of the Maccabees. When we were under the Greeks are white people, and we had to fight guerrilla warfare. And obviously we would have been speaking Greek in that time, the same way we are speak English today. See? Somebody said, the East Indian get out. No man, them soon come back in, man. Them and them brothers, they Pakistani. Them not gone nowhere, man. Now come right back in. See? Lebanos to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. Verse 21, like as they do yet, they slack this day unto my chosen. Now the Most High reiterate why he's going to bring this earth into war. Because of what them do to him chosen. Because of the oppression of God's people. War have come upon the earth. How can you have world peace when God's people are suffer? Can't happen. God not gonna make it happen. You don't care how much you pray in your Christian church. Can't happen. See, let me continue reading. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I also, so will I do also and recompense in their bosom. So the Most High say, the same thing with them do we, them will get it back. See, thus saith the Lord, or thus saith the Most High power. You understand? We're heading in some interesting times. You know what I mean? But guess what? Freedom is right around the corner. Because all this time our people have been saying, when black people are go free, when this are going to happen, and when black people now unite, you know, one, you know what I mean, this and that. It can't happen by your own hands. It was never through our hands we were ever free. From the time of when we were in Egypt, to when we were in Babylon, to when we were in Greece, to when we were in Rome, to now, it was always the Most High. It was always the Most High. You understand? Let me continue reading. Verse 22, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. The Most High say, my right hand now go spare the sinners. Who are the sinners? Those of our people who don't keep God's laws. The scripture say 2/3 of us won't make it. 2/3 of God's people now gonna make it. You understand? What that mean? It means you have to go earn your spot. You have to go earn your spot. You can't out there asleep with whores, being a LGBT, being a whore, you know what I mean? Being an unaliver, being in the Christian church, being a Rasta, being a Muslim, and think you will cross it over the next side. Now that 2/3 now gonna make it. Not because you're an Israelite means you're gonna make it. Not because you're an Israelite. Most of our people today, you know what I mean, join with the oppressor, agree with the oppressor. Them now gonna make it. You understand? Let me continue reading. Verse 23. And fire is gone forth from his wrath and has consumed the foundation of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Verse 24. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandment. The Christian church said God's laws are done away with. Well, this is telling that destruction is coming to those that don't keep God's commandment. This is talking to the Israelites. Your Christian pastor teacher say it's okay to eat pork. God know your heart. Your Christian pastor that did set you up for fail. Because when Christ forward, probably even not make it so far. Probably even make it till when Christ come. Probably a Christian pastor don't make it to when Christ come. You understand? Let's continue. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. Verse 25. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. You understand? The Most I say, now go spare those of us that, you know what I mean, don't keep his law. So if you eat pork, you know what I mean, and you might say, well, pork, what's wrong with pork? The Most I gave us instructions. Just do it. Why you ask? You're bright for your ask too. What you mean? Why you question the Most High? If you know which God we serve, you know, you wouldn't question, you know. In time past, we knew the judgment of the Most High because we always fall out of line with him and we reap the judgment. The God in your Christian church is not the God of the Bible. The God of the Bible bring war on the face of the earth. Destruction, bloodshed, unalivement. The God of the Bible unalive the most. It bring plagues, it bring chaos, problems. That is our God, a merciful God, because surely our people should have been, you know what I mean, the way we deal with the way we turn back on God countless times. If God never merciful, we would just get rid of all of it. You understand? But he will get rid of somebody, and that is the white man. And you see after that, we now going to question him again. We're going to see where he's capable of. The white man will be like the dinosaur. There will be no more in existence. You understand? Will be extinct like the animals them when they make extinct. And then we are going to see where our God capable of. And we now going to question him again. You understand? We are going to see how much privilege we have being God's people. Because apparently we take it for granted. And we should have known by now. Because look here, we're over here so in a slavery, I call ourselves Jamaicans. Last, the most literally last we know. That is how angry we make the most you know, in the last week. So much so that me I tell you say you're Israelites. So you say, me Israel, what? You know what I mean? That is how angry we made them. The most I say we are going to discontinue from our heritage. And he did do it. We are going to learn not to play with the Most High. We are going to see him in action, in living colors. You know what I mean? We're going to see him. You see the God where everybody has said no real. All right, sir. Let's continue. See? Verse 26. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. So don't feel like, say, boy, the Most High don't know who has sinned and who, you know what I mean, who has sinned against him. He might go be the one who are going to lead you in a destruction. You understand? Because you have sinned, he might go make sure so you get caught up in everything where happen. He might go lead you to destruction. Because just because of that swine knuckle where you love suck pan, the pig chatters where you love eat, a simple thing like that, I'm going to lead you to destruction. I'm going to make sure the nuclear bomb you find you. I make sure you're there at the right place at the right time. I make sure the plague get you. I make sure something get you. I'm going to make you walk in it. Meanwhile, those who keep him laws, I'm going to lead them elsewhere, away from the destruction. You understand? I'm going to lead one set over YAHANNA and one set over I.S.U.P.K. Let me continue reading. Verse 20, 28, Slakia. Behold, an horrible vision and the appearance thereof from the east. Verse 29, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia, Saudi Arabia, see, and all of the Arabs, from Iran to all of them, see, shall come out with many chariots. What is chariots? The warplane, your tanks, your Humvees, all your weapons of war, modern day chariots. They're going to come out. See? And the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. You know what I mean? Verse 30. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boar of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them. So they will go to war. See? And shall waste the portion of the land of Assyria. The land of Assyria is part of the Middle East. You understand? Let's continue. Verse 31. And then shall the dragon of the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. See, the dragon, talking about the Arabians, Saudi Arabia, them are going to remember them true nature. Right now, Saudi Arabia, you know what I mean? You have what you call them? Qatar and all them places they live luxurious. They have them come like tourist destination. Luxury, riches. They are going to remember them true nature. They will remember of war. They will remember say, wait, war they upon we right now. We have to go fight. You understand? Dubai. All them places there. All of the Arabs them. All of them places there. I got join in battle. See, let me continue reading. Verse 32. Then these shall be troubled, bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. Verse 33. And from the land of Assyria shall the enemy besiege them and consume some of them. And in their hosts shall be fear and death and dread and strife among their kings. You know what I mean? Let me scroll down. See? Verse 37. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth, Remember, it's not the book of Revelation this we are reading. And the book of Revelation this we are reading. This is Esdras. See, the book of Revelation is a continuation of this. You understand? Let me continue reading. And they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. Verse 38. And then shall there come great storms from the south and from the north, and another part from the west. This is not talk about literal storms. This is a talk about multitude of people. All right, storm meaning, you know what I mean, chaos, uproar, you know what I mean, violence. You know what I mean? Let me continue reading. Verse 39. And strong winds shall arise from the east, and shall open it, and the cloud which he raised up in wrath, and the stars stirred to cause fear towards the east. Now it has start about the star. When I get to the stars, then what do they look like? See? And the stars stirred to cause fear towards the east and the west. Wind shall be destroyed. Our wind shall be destroyed. Let's continue. Verse 40. The great and mighty cloud shall be puffed up, full of wrath. What is the great and mighty cloud? Does anybody know what the great and mighty cloud is? Anybody in the chat? What is the great and mighty cloud? Does anybody know? That mushroom cloud. Notice how it mentioned the star. See? These are stars. This is what Esdras was seeing. In Ezra's time, this just looked like stars falling from the sky. Esdras don't know what the hell this is. Esdras see them fire some things at them each other and call it sword, because obviously that's a weapon. So he must call it sword. Him see the tanks and the Humvees and him call them chariots. You understand? Great and mighty cloud is an explosion. A nuclear explosion, that mushroom cloud. See, let me continue reading. Verse 40, the great and mighty clouds shall be puffed up full of wrath, and the star, these. The only difference between this and that one is a nuclear warhead wasn't on these, or you would have seen a great and mighty cloud right at the end of this, right when it dropped. See? And the star, that they may make all the earth afraid. You see the star? They might make all the earth afraid right now. Everybody afraid when them see these stars falling down on Israel. At first, if they fall down on Ukraine, and everybody start worrying, nuclear war forward. You understand? That will make all the earth afraid. See? And them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high and eminent place an horrible star. Yo, who said the Bible outdated? You need to apologize. This is talking about them firing missiles into buildings. You're seeing that right throughout this conflict and throughout the Ukraine and Russia conflict. This horrible star being, you know what I mean, being poured out on every high and eminent place in the buildings. You see the demolished, you know what I mean, the demolished buildings in Gaza. You see it in Lebanon. You see it in Ukraine. You see it in Russia. You see it now in Iran and in Israel. This is them pouring out this horrible star on every high and eminent place. These skyscrapers, these buildings. This is talking about World War III. It's in the Bible. And it's the will of God. The pastor can't pray this away. If your pastor try pray this away, the Most High might just unalive him. Because this is the will of God. God wants this to happen. This is how his people will get freedom and justice. And your pastor praying for peace make him an enemy of God. I hope you understand. Pray you understand. Let me continue reading. And they shall pour out over every high and eminent place and horrible star. Verse 41. Fire and hail and flying swords. I don't think I have to explain that. Fire, see there? Hail and flying swords. Right now, Israel have a bunch of flying swords flying over over Iran right now, saying that they have complete autonomy over the airspace. Flying swords. I wonder what that is. I wonder what's a flying sword. Your pastor read this and him say flying swords. Him probably think of a sword flying. That dummy. This is talking about a jet plane. This is talking about a war plane, a F-35, a fighter jet, a missile, an intercontinental missile. That's a flying sword. Where was the breakdown of this inside of your Christian church? I tell you, the Christian pastor have completely miseducated you. You don't have no clue the time you in right now because of that Christian church. You don't have a clue. You don't know how near World War III they are on the doorstep. And we have been prophesying this over and over and over and over and over. Over and over. And what have your Christian church been doing? Telling you to sow a seed. Telling you about your neighbor and your neighbor business and your neighbor don't like you. Sowing discord between the children of Israel inside of that church. Molesting your children. Isn't that what they do in church? Sleep with each other's wives. Having LGBT relations inside of that church. Isn't that what they do? Meanwhile, the real prophets out here was telling you, World War III is coming. Get ready. Where Rastafari weeded did I do? Tell you if you chant the Psalms. That him did I do? Tell you if you lick the chalice. Smoke more weed. What them did I tell you if you do? We were here telling you that danger is coming. Trouble is forwarding. That is what we have been doing. Every class where we teach, if you know what we have been doing, we have been teaching. We have been telling you that, no, you are the people that is in the book. This is your book. It's your records. Playtime is over. Come back to your nationality. This world is going up in smoke. His kingdom is going to be destroyed. Take your spirit out of this place. Stop celebrating Christmas. We are one over again. And your Christian pastor have you live in comfort. Your Rastafari community have you smoke your last brain cell out. Well, guess what? Them don't have any answers for times like these. Only the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general YAHANNA alone. We alone have the answers. Don't believe me? Watch. See? Let's continue. Verse 41. Fire and hail and flying swords, and many waters, whether that talk about many peoples, that all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great water, people fleeing. Chaos, troubles, problem. You understand? Let's continue. 42. And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood and grass of the meadow and their corn. This is literal and metaphorical. Mountains and hills talking about your government, your structure. You've been relying on Andrew Holness. All right. Let's see how Andrew Holness hold up during these times. You might not have a government to govern. The one government you have is the I.S.U.P.K and a commanding general. YAHANNA. We will not shamble. We will not scatter. We were made for times like these. We have been preparing for times like these. Andrew Holness, him just have a flee. Mark Golding, just have a run. I remember you're black people, you know, you're Hispanics, you're Native Indians. Nobody care about you. Just remember that. Only the Most High care about you. And the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding general, YAHANNA. And a black man, your king named Yahawashi. Zane, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Only we alone care about you. Nobody cares about you. So when push comes to shove, there will be nowhere to turn but into the destruction, or you turn to us. You understand? Let me continue reading. Trees of the wood and grass of the meadows and their corn, verse 43, and they shall go steadfastly into Babylon and make her afraid. Remember when I tell you, say America will get invaded? They're going to march in America, and America will be afraid. America now going to know why I hit them. As me tell you before, all right, we're up on the time, you know. As me tell you before, America's enemies has been in America already. America is just one big open up place to feel like them run the world. They're going to find out soon. So them bite off more than them can chew. See, and God himself will bring down America. Just like he bring down Egypt. You understand? All right, we're going to jump to another scripture. We're going to jump to Revelation. See? I jump to Revelation 6 and 4, and it said, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Now, who know about the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse? Who know about them? I think them read this in the Christian church. See? The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, 1 white horse, 1 gray, 1 black, 1 red. Well, the red horse, the angel and the red horse, power was given to him to take peace from the earth, and that is the violence you see all across the world today. This can't be fixed. There's no peace. God sent that horseman, that angel, to take peace out of the earth. Peace is no longer in the earth. Peace have fled. You are living in the time of war. This is the time of war. And this is the will of God. God did it. You understand? This red horseman, he took peace out of this earth. There's no going back. You can't pray for it. You can't pray for peace. You understand? Let me continue. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. There's a time for everything. A time for war, a time for peace. A time for make whole, and a time to kill. Now is the time that killing is going to take place on this earth. You understand? You're living in that time, the time of mass unalivement. You understand? Let me continue. And there was given unto him a great sword. What is that great sword? Let me see if nobody have pay attention. What is that great sword? So this angel was given the power to take peace from the earth, to make man unalive each other. And it was given to him a great sword. What is this great sword? Somebody say hammer, somebody say power. Yeah, but carry me straight to him. Somebody say missile. You're getting there, you're getting there. Carry me straight home. You're right on the border of it. Just carry it to him. This great sword, what is it? Carry it to him. What is this great sword? Almost there. See? Somebody say war. No, no. Carry it to him, man. You say missile. It was right at the doorstep. Nuclear. Somebody get it. Dan say nuclear. Yeah, man. Nuclear weapon. That great sword is a nuclear bomb, the atomic bomb. You understand? That is going to be used shortly. You understand? That is going to be used shortly. The atomic bomb. All right? Now we're going to jump to the book of Isaiah. We're up on the time. You know what I mean? We're up on the time. Somebody, Ronald B. said, you know what I mean? Weapon of mass destruction. Right, right. You know what I mean? Princess Kayalabath, like you have to mispronouncing the name, sis. Shalom, Ilathan Ba Shami Awashai. You know what I mean? Yahweh Shamar Ilathan Ba Shami Awashai. Like you, sis. You know what I mean? She always in every class. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So Ronald B. said, weapon of mass destruction. You're right. And that weapon of mass destruction is the nuclear bomb. You know what I mean? All right, we're going to jump to Isaiah 26 and 20, and it says, come, my people. This is the Most High talking to us in this time. Saying, enter thou into thy chambers. You know that song that the Roman Catholic Church bastardized, where that says, enter my chamber. That gay song, but enter my chambers. You know what I mean? Where we used to sing at school in a devotion, or enter my chambers, be free, Holy Spirit, speak to me gentle as I close the door, heavenly lover. You know, see a Batman, something like that. Well, this I tell you, say, enter thy chambers. It has nothing to do with that gay song. See? And shut thy door about thee, hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. What is this talking about? This is talking about the Most High being a refuge to us, telling us to enter into our chambers. When these chariots coming up, those who are going to make it, we are going to be taken out of this place. You know what I mean? And the Most High said, we should hide ourselves until the indignation has passed, until this war is finished, until Yahweh Shai done massacring of these heathens and their kingdoms. Hide yourself. This is how terrible it's going to be. The Most High is telling you to hide from it. Enter into these chariots. Close your door. Hide yourself until the indignation is past. Because when Yahweh Shai finish with this place and when this nuclear bomb's done, then it's time for us to rule this earth. And with that, you know what I mean, get inside this school. You know what I mean, find the nearest I.S.U.P.K in your city. You know what I mean, whether you be in North, Central, and South America. You know what I mean, our number is in the description of all our videos, in the bio of, you know what I mean, all our social media pages. You know what I mean, you can leave us a direct message. You know what I mean, just give us a call. See, whether you're in Guyana, we know the truth is not yet in Guyana. Guyana is a place that You know what I mean? We need to break ground because our people are suffer in a Guyana. You know what I mean? Guyana, reach out to the I.S.U.P.K and a commanding General YAHANNA. See? Belize, you know what I mean? Cuba, because we don't have internet. No one have internet. See? All these places that have not heard the truth yet, have not seen the prophets of God. Reach out. And with that, we're going to jump to the security announcements. All right. This is the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the word. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find this in the book of Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew and is pronounced Ahishara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you'd like. All right, so go over to ISUPK.com and pay your tithes. Support the truth, help this truth reach everywhere that the children of Israel are. Support the truth. You understand? Upcoming Holy Convocation, let me get it. 1 second. All right, the next Holy Convocation is, 1 second. We have the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. This is the first day of the 7th month. This is Sunday, the 21st of September. This year, you can find the memorial of the blowing of the trumpet in Leviticus 23, verse 24 to 25. All right? Reminding Akiam and Akwatiam, our brothers and sisters, to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, well, no longer Twitter, but X, Zane, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. So go over to ISUPK.com, you know what I mean? Download the app, modern time now. See? Download the ISUPK.com app, get all the notifications, all the updates on what is going on in this world and how it affects the children of Israel. I understand. See, if a brother wants to be a trooper in this school, then he's to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. So if you want to be a part of the school, you need to attend classes, whether it be online or in physical, in all black. You know what I mean? If you want to be a trooper, you know what I mean? Here in the I.S.U.P.K and the commanding General YAHANNA, we raise soldiers. You understand? We are not like the Christian church. You understand? We raise soldiers, you know what I mean? Black and Hispanic men to lead the black and Hispanic house. And with that, we're going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and then in English. Sar, which means to turn. We're going to turn and face the east. Sar Wapanya Akwadam. You understand? That means turn and face the east in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabashamaya, Wadash, Ayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakweka, Tamaa, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Aya, Bashamayam, Nathalanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaklanawa, Kawabwatnawa, Kasalatnawa, Kawabwatianawa, Wala'a, Tabaya'anawa, Panasayawan, Abal, Kawashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'ala, Wa'athapara, La'iwalamiam, Aman. In English, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever so be it. Amen. Sorry, which means to turn. We're going to give one courtesy salute, men of Israel. I'm Adam Shabbat. I'm Adu, Barak, Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shabbat, Thumb. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel. I'm Adam Shabbat. I'm Adam, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Alathon, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai. Yadamata, class dismissed. All right, so remember, like, share, follow, subscribe, depending on the platform you're watching on. You know what I mean? And with that, shalom.
Yeah, easy. They're in the fourth dimension from care to study me, as me. Just go and be a tick. Me keep my circle kinda small as my should. We firm like the China wild dog, my hood. Me learn the game of Minecraft, them say dog, oh, nobody can see you, none of God from with it. You see me when you see me, you see me. Right now we not depend the gimmicks me ya. Coffee for me can nobody not give we no to me. Yo, sky the limit dog. If you not like we, then go suck your mother. We no give a fuck neither. One way sit out with team, yeah, what them me rather. Try no mess with my brother. You no like we, then I suck your mother. We no give a fuck neither. One way sit on my team, yeah, what them me rather. Try no mess with the brothers. Hey, in a the game of life, just try no say life and no game. Me get gain from the pain, and that's why you see me a stain at the flame. Hey, oh you mean if me change this? Another youth we used to play in the lane, at the big man list with the name and the fame. A lucky thing we nah no stain for we name. Hey, the pussy them stay and we name this I.S.U.P.K. We have the place away. We stay from the beta male man up to stay in them lane because some of them are get that. Oh gosh, what a shame. Me and my dog, them say we straight like a plane. Man a kill a charge, me say just the way we train. And any boy this no cause no blame. If you no like we, then go suck your mother. Don't give a fuck neither. One day sit on me team, yeah, what them me rather. Try no trouble my brother. You no like we, then I suck your mother. We no give a fuck neither. One day sit on me team, yeah, what them me rather. Trying to mess with the brothers. Hey, me keep my circle kinda small as my should. We firm like the China wall, dog, my good. Me learn the game of Minecraft, them say dog, oh nobody can see you, no not all from where there. You see me when you see me, you see me. Right now we not depend the gimmicks, we are unfulfilled, we can't nobody knock you, we no steamy. Yo, sky are the limits, dog. If you no like we, then go suck your mother. We no give a fuck neither. One yes it a with team, you what that we rather. Try not trouble my brother. You no like we, then I suck your mother. We no give a fuck neither. One yes it a the team, you what them rather. Try not mess with the brothers. You know it. Yeah, you see it. Equilibrium. Tribe vibes. You know. Abadawa.